After a few days of thrashing, the 996 was ready to hit the road down to Airwater in Costa Mesa, California. With my buddy Steven as co-pilot, we hit the highway just after 8 p.m. on Wednesday before the event, leaving us roughly 2.5 days to get to Costa Mesa in Orange County. On the first night, we made our way south past Salem, pulled into a rest stop for the night. We woke up early the next morning around 6 a.m. and hit the road again. Grabbed coffee, gassed up. We started setting our sights on heading east a little bit, crossing over the mountains, maybe seeing some of the California desert on the 395. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Andrew. That's Steven.
Hello.
We are in Mount Shasta, California. We're heading down to Airwater in the 996. Finished it all up in time. Got a nice little stylish addition to it. And right now we're gonna head east over the mountains, it looks like, maybe. We're gonna check the weather. Possibly head east towards Reno, Lake Tahoe area, and we're gonna do 395 backwards. Possibly stop down near Bishop tonight. Been a decent trip so far. I mean, we made good time last night. Steven got all kinds of sleep.
Yeah, a few minutes here and there.
We did the pullover at a rest stop ordeal because we just decided to keep on pace, and yeah, just gonna kind of go and see what we can see and take pictures of and enjoy the drive really. And then tomorrow is gonna be an easy day, so better knock on wood just in case. But every drop. Sir, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're gonna hit the road. All right, hopefully the wind's not crackling the mic. We've stopped up at the Hat Creek Scenic Overlook, somewhere on the way to Susanville, Reno. You probably can't hear me, but this is gorgeous. You gotta see this, holy. We spent the morning exploring some back roads east of Shasta, making our way down into the valley towards Susanville. Just south of a town called Johnstonville, where Highway 36 becomes the 395, we came across this really cool aircraft display featuring this F-4 Phantom of the 152nd Nevada Air National Guard. There was also a Cobra gunship and a Huey sitting adjacent. We just had to stop and gawk and take it all in. We continued south on the 395 during the afternoon, with our sights set on Bishop, California. This highway is one of the most incredible that I have ever driven, and I always love coming back. Just the scenery alone, driving down this great stretch of road, something to behold. Good. Well, it's evening now. Steven and I say hello.
Hello.
How's the jerky?
It's good.
Excellent. So, been cruising all day. We are making our way to Bishop, California, where we're going to stop in for the night. And then tomorrow we got like an easy 5-hour day to just chill and cruise on down into Costa Mesa. Getting a weird issue with the 996. Oil pressure drops and I get the oil indicator, what does it say? Oil pressure?
Oil failure warning?
Oil failure indicator. We still have oil pressure because the car hasn't squeaked to a halt and seized or thrown a bearing. There it goes. Hit OK. comes back. Not dropping oil pressure, as far as I know. Doesn't sound like it. It's not struggling. It's not knocking. We would have smoked the motor by now, so I don't know. I think it's the sending unit or maybe wiring or something. But we're gonna keep going because we're in the middle of nowhere, and well, I'm sure Steven doesn't want to be stranded. Nope. Kind of do the old around and find out. Hopefully you don't end up like the Mustang the time I said that and ran out of gas. Nope. Oh, Steven's loving life right now. Anyway, see you on down the road. Oh, the good old 996, always throwing us a curveball. I kept my eye on the gauge. Didn't really cause any more issues the rest of the evening. It did, however, drop down a little bit, and it was acting like it was fluctuating. For the amount of distance we traveled, and the amount of throttle input and load I put on it, the motor would have blown up if we had actually dropped oil pressure. I chalked it up to a bad sending unit or bad wiring. We stopped over in Bodie and Bridgeport, took some more photos, took in as much atmosphere, as many sights as we could, stretched our legs, continued on towards Bishop. Made it to Bishop, California. Grabbed a spot of the Holiday Inn here, and we're gonna go find some food and a beer. Probably call it a night. Easy 5-hour run tomorrow. Today was a good day. After a good meal and a couple cold beers, Steven and I walked the streets of Bishop, taking in some of the scenery there, seeing some of the cool hotel lights, and snapping photos. We eventually made our way back to the Holiday Inn, called it a night. Now we're doing the exact opposite of the last shot. Back on the road. Today we're gonna hit Manzanar and cruise down to Orange County. Are you ready, sir? Oh yeah. All right, let's do it. It's always on the most random roadside stops that it seems the US Air Force wants to put on a show. After an F-18 circled overhead for a few minutes, we walked around, snapped some photos of the mountains and the car, and the cool desert air. The wind was whipping, close to 50 miles an hour, but it wasn't slowing us down. We made our way to Manzanar Internment Camp, which is a National Historic Site. In World War II, roughly 11,000 Japanese Americans were processed through this camp, stripped of their belongings, and taken to these camps, 10 of them total all across the United States, to live out the duration of World War II for fear of them sympathizing with the Japanese. Once we left Manzanar, we had our sights set on Orange County. My foot was set to high cruise, and we booked it all the way down across the desert, over the mountains into Riverside County, and eventually down into the OC. We made it. All right, it's windy as f***ing hell, and you're not gonna hear me, but I'm gonna try anyways. Me and this guy, we are in Orange County. We made it. Car did pretty decent, except for showing us that it had low oil pressure. I don't know why I keep saying oil pressure. I'm thinking it's a sensor. What do you think?
Probably a sensor.
Probably. Sounds good, runs good, everything's fine. But yeah, we're gonna go check in our hotel. I'm sure this man is hungry. I am hungry. And yeah, see what everybody's getting up to tonight. Maybe go cruise around. I don't know. We'll see you guys probably right back here tomorrow for air water. sick parking spot. Pretty happy with that. I wish I watched it better. Whatever. We drove like 1,300 miles to get here. They can live with some brake dust. Anyway, what do you think, sir? Cool. Steven's having a great time. Good trip so far?
Amazing trip so far.
Yeah. Down with this, hey? Oh yeah. Look at that. That's a 996. Anyway, we're gonna walk around. It's gonna be pretty much like kind of a photo trip, so let's just go enjoy the show, and we'll probably see you guys after, but welcome to Air Water. Dear future Andrew, insert a photo of the GC8 sitting right about there. Video you, video me.
We're doing it right.
All right, that's gonna do it for Air Water. Couldn't really talk inside because, of course, there's like music and copyright and all that stuff, and I don't want that, but what a successful day. I just had so much fun shooting pictures and hanging out with Steve. He had a lot of fun. I think he enjoyed it. Yeah, another great trip. So we're gonna go find some food and hang out tonight. I don't know what kind of trouble we're getting into. Tomorrow we're gonna hit the Peterson Automotive Museum. So we're just gonna hang out and maybe make our way after that. We'll see. But you know, no matter what happens, I'll bring you guys along. Appreciate you hanging out. Let's hit the road. So on the way to the Peterson first thing in the morning, we ran into my friends Omar and Ronnie on the 405 North. It was so cool because Omar has been watching the channel and he's a friend on Instagram, and it was so cool to run into him in his 996 in the lot. All right, heading into the Peterson Automotive Museum with Steven and his buddy Eddie. This should be fun. So of course we had to hit the vault tour and check out everything that they were hiding in the underground. And it did not disappoint. If you're heading to the Peterson anytime soon, I highly recommend heading down there, bringing your camera. And it's just enjoying and absorbing all the automotive history that you can find down there.
supposed to say something.
Oh, I didn't know you were recording. Well, he's fucking done it again.
So we're up in, I think we're near Glendale. We had a great day. We went to the Peterson.
Yeah.
Then we kind of just hung out and did some sightseeing. Yeah. Drove around with Steven's buddy Eddie. Eddie, it was very nice to meet you, man. I hope you see the video. Thanks again for everything. That was a really great day. And then we were like, let's hit Angeles Crest before we skip town. And literally got to the entrance with a check engine light. And I'm like, I don't really want to risk that. So we pulled into a gas station. Thinking evap obviously will fill with gas. Steven said, try that. Still had the code. I crossed the empty battery connections. I took them off the terminals, crossed them with gator clips. The code's gone. Hasn't come back. We grabbed a code scanner, just like a generic shitty code scanner just in case, but we're gonna try and make some tracks and see what happens. It might come back. We're thinking like sensors, something dumb. He's got his money on evap. I got my money on maybe like an O2 sensor. It's just acting. But just gonna try and hit the highway and see what happens. So we're gonna make some headway tonight, grab a good rest, and then tomorrow and Tuesday we're after it. So we'll bring you guys along. I hope you guys enjoyed our quick time here in SoCal. I cannot wait to come back. He wants to move here.
I want to come back.
It was a great time. I'm on cloud, even though we have like annoying issues with the car, but that's cars. So I'm gonna quit rambling. We're gonna hit it. See you on the road. All right, we decided to call it a night. Didn't get the check engine light back, probably sensor, but did pick up an OBD scanner. We just ran over the grapevine to get out of LA so we don't deal with traffic, and then we're gonna hit it hard tomorrow. See you then.
So I am always the advocate for taking your time and taking in as much as you can experience on your road trip. This time, it felt right to just get home and get back to work on the project cars, get ready for Overcrest, and obviously see my girls and tell them what an incredible time Air Water really was. So maybe by design this trip did fly by. Even so, I think we took in as much as we could, saw as many sights, and made the most of every minute down in Southern California and on the road. And even though we were on the express run home, we still made time just to slow down, explore a little bit, and see a little bit of the country. It made for an epic end to an incredible day. We ran from Tejon Ranch to Salem, Oregon. We spent another 5 hours on the road the following day, and made our way back to Maple Ridge. Guys, like I always say, these journeys start in the garage. They usually start by turning wrenches. They give you an end goal, to make it somewhere that you have set in your sights, to romanticize about, to form memories, to tell stories, figure out new pathways, and find the inspiration to turn around and do it all in a completely different way. As always, my friends, get out there, be kind, drive hard, do something reckless, and I'll see you on the road.